We already mentioned coming up on August 22nd, it's going to be, in fact, a fantastic night of entertainment, plus it's an opportunity for many of you to give back to the community as well. And Rick Parker has been kind enough now to join us to talk about Hippie Fest. That takes you back to your days, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm old enough to remember all that stuff and the hippies and all that, for sure.
But it goes deeper than that, doesn't it? I mean, we're talking about a lot of excellent entertainment coming to town that night.
Right. We have a band that was obviously performed at Woodstock's, how we've been advertising, Canned Heat, and we happened on them and got what they call a routing price because they were coming through the neighborhood, had to fly out of Indy the next day. So that got us thinking, and that's where the theme came from. After we got Canned Heat booked and we remembered they played at Woodstock, we went with the Hippie Fest theme. Wow. So there's Hippie Fest all over the country, and it's going to be a fun day here where you dress up like a hippie if you want to. There's a $100 first prize for the best dressed hippie.
Okay.
And there'll be stuff here for sale like tie-dye shirts and all that.
All right. What made you sit down one day and go, you know what, I think I'd like to try this?
As far as in concert goes, we've just been doing that for 10 years, and it's a wonderful organization that's grown tremendously in the last 3 years with new help on board, not the least of which was Nathan, Samantha. We also have Brett Rowland of Whitewater Construction, Dudley Fetzer, and Phil with Early Wine Pest Control, or All Pest. I'll get in trouble for that, with All Pest. Those folks have stepped up tremendously, helping us sell tickets and run this thing. And since it's been going so well, that's what rolled us over into Hippie Fest. We decided to roll the dice and spend some money, like 5 times our normal budget, on one event.
Well, let me tell you what, in talking with Nathan earlier, he ran down all these different performers that are coming. Could you have imagined when you're starting to get things lined up that you get this kind of group together at one time?
No, and I couldn't have on my own for sure, and that's what's the nice thing about it. We meet almost weekly, the In-Concert group does, and everybody's got a different idea. And besides Nathan's contacts on the bands, everybody else has got somebody. Steve Funkhauser with Jiffy Lube is bringing a band from Indianapolis. And so everybody's reaching out on different levels. We also have Jiffy Lube RV going to be here that day for the bands to hang in as a green room type thing.
Wow.
So it really works with the dynamics, everybody pitching in and doing what they can do.
Now, the one thing we do want to mention that, and I asked Rick this a few minutes ago off the camera, is that it's going to be outside.
Correct.
Talk about how that's going to happen.
It's our parking lot, which we always have outdoor events in there, whether it be festivals in the Depot District or other in-concert events. But this one's a little different in that we're taking the fence down and we're going all the way underneath the bridge and back on Elm Place, the little street behind us. And we have room for 600 to 700 people out there.
Wow.
And we have 700 tickets printed. So we're hoping for a full house.
You're going to have an overflow, I have a feeling.
We hope so, and praying for good weather, obviously.
Yeah, no kidding. What does someone need to do? As you said, and I was telling Nathan earlier too, that someone saw the poster, and Nathan said that he kind of developed the poster, and it must have worked because the person was so just thrilled about what was going to be happening here, but they also noticed that it's just a great poster to get the word out. From your standpoint, what does somebody need to do if they want to come and watch and take part and get tickets and all the good things it is to be a part of this?
Well, there's 13. The easiest way is go on to inconcertrichmond.com. You can buy your tickets online. The other easy way is to call any one of our nonprofits, and they all have tickets. And the beauty about In Concert is if you buy your tickets from the YMCA keeps 100% of that money.
Okay.
Our sponsors pay for our events, and I sure hope he mentioned them, but Square Donuts has stepped up for this event. We also have Saver Systems, we have Reese Transport, Better Homes and Gardens, First Realty Group, Countertop Manufacturing, Warm Glow Candle, Embellish, and not to mention all our regular season sponsors, Automatic Controls and Electrical Supply, and there's like 50 others. I mean, which just proves how well it's working. And this being a special event, we're recognizing those sponsors because they stepped up with extra money just for this one event.
Yeah, the obvious thing for me to say is it takes a lot of people to put something like this together, doesn't it?
Yes, and they'll be out here too in force, and it's good to see. Richmond needs this. We don't have a whole lot of other the festival or the things we used to do back in the day. So we're trying to start something up and create a little community spirit.
It's going to be fun, isn't it? I mean, I can
yeah.
kind of see you looking forward to this, aren't
Well,
you?
we've got a lot of activities out there too, besides just the events and the hippie contest, best dress contest, and all that. We got other stuff going on too, but we're gonna sit on it till that day.
There you go. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope people from all over the community. I hope it gets to the point where you're so overflowed that you just, they're out in the streets and everywhere else. You just can't get them in. That'd be fun, huh?
Well, our long-term goal is, and there's money in town, I think, that would support this, would be to do another little amphitheater somewhere outside of town like they have over in Eaton and Dayton and places like that. So we got plans. We just got to keep growing it.
Yeah. And by the way, I got to mention again, hats off to you and everyone else, because this is benefiting so many of those nonprofits too.
Well, we appreciate it. They appreciate it, and we hope everybody comes out for it.
Rick, thank you. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Again, mark it down, August the 22nd. I'm going to have you give that phone number one more time here in a moment, but mark out that day for staying here in Richmond, or if you aren't in Richmond, coming to Richmond and seeing this fantastic event. You're going to hear all kinds of music. Some of this is going to take you back, for some of you, back to your younger days, and certainly it's going to be a lot of fun to be a part of. And again, you're going to benefit the entire community. So one more time, if somebody wants ticket information, what number would they call?
966-3614, and they're at our ticket outlets too, which are Jiffy Lube, the Tourism Center, and Joe's Pizza, and Jake and Eddie's Signs and Shirts. That 100% of that money goes back to the group too.
All right, great. Again, mark it down, August 22nd, Hippie Fest right here in Richmond.